I'm off to do some thrifting here in Tempe, Arizona. Our visit to Phoenix has been wonderful so far, and in thrifting, I saw that there was just a huge number of thrift stores just south of Phoenix in Tempe. So I'm arriving at the first one, which happens to be a Goodwill, and I've mapped out about 15 spots. So we'll see what I find today. Hi, welcome to the Peaceful Home. I'm Teresa if we haven't met, and I'm so glad you're here today to see my haul. My husband and I just got back from a 2-week vacation in Arizona, and I thrifted all along the way. Now I've got bedding, dishes, books, and clothing to show you today. I hit thrift stores mainly in Phoenix and in Flagstaff, as well as some antique stores. Now, one of the things that I noticed is Goodwill has a huge presence in Arizona. There were often several in each town, and they are big. Here in California, I will find good-sized Goodwills, but sometimes just little ones tucked in strip malls. But all of the Goodwills I found in Arizona were huge. Often the largest store in an outdoor shopping area. Some other familiar stores were Salvation Army and St. Vincent de Paul, and then of course tons of independent nonprofits that are running thrift stores. I found plenty in both of these towns, but I will say that Flagstaff just has a beauty that can't be compared. When I walked out of the first Goodwill, this was my view. And basically everywhere you go in Flagstaff, you have a view like this. It's either incredible mountains, red rocks, or trees. And I was in awe. I was so happy just to be driving around. I felt like I wanted to run my camera everywhere I went. I spent one entire day in Phoenix. I mapped out a route that took me to areas outside of Phoenix, and I just covered a lot of ground. In Flagstaff, I hit thrift stores. It's a much smaller town, so I got to what I could, and I went to some antique stores. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the shopping footage, and we'll see if you can guess from some of the things I looked at what I purchased. to start with linens. I picked up this beautiful blanket with tassels. It is sold by Zara. I found out later when I did some research. But this is just a gorgeous blanket, and I bought it specifically for the Airbnb. I think it'll go great in there. It is the colors and the style. I was also looking for some other comforters to have in the Airbnb during summer, because having down or just really heavy fluffy blankets is too much when it's 100 degrees. I found this full size from Pottery Barn. It is two-sided in the perfect colors to go in the horse room. If you haven't seen the Airbnb, I will post that video down in the description box so you can take a look. And I'm hoping in the future to cover some of the DIY projects that I did for the Airbnb. I was also looking for something for the king bed, and I found this gorgeous coverlet, this Madelay style white on white. It's just beautiful. It has this wavy edge to it, and it's in perfect condition. So I'm actually a little tempted to put it in my room, so we'll see where this one ends up. And then I found these cowhide, of course faux, but cow pillows that I would like to use on our tack room porch. It's a project I've talked about in the past, and because it's the tack room for our horse and our other animals, I feel like this would be really great, just kind of a Western theme. So I picked these up. They were a little pricey, $4.49 a piece, but I think they're gonna be great. I don't often shop for clothing while I'm thrifting. I'm usually pretty focused on home, dishes, decor, linens, but I did pick up a few things along the way. This one was in a secondhand shop, trying to think, oh, here in California, we have Plato's Closet, if you're familiar with that. This is very similar. I can't remember the name of it, but you'll see it on the screen. I found this Madewell skirt, and I love the fabric so much. It's just really flowy. It'll be great for summer. It is a little big on me, but this is where one seam down the side will take it in, and it'll be perfect. At that same shop, I picked up a pair of linen joggers from the Loft, and again, my size, a color that I love. These will be great for summer when you don't want to wear shorts, but you need something a little on the cool side. All right, a few other things that I have on hangers to show you. Just a simple tank from Old Navy. Great pattern, great color. I got these pants, and I actually don't have the tag on. These were $2.99, I believe. I just wore them to church on Sunday with a black tank top tucked in, and they were so comfortable. They flow really nice. The store I got these in did not have dressing rooms, so I feel like you're always taking a bit of a chance when you buy something without trying it on. But these were inexpensive, and I was willing to risk it. The thing is, the size is an extra large, and I'm usually a medium. But when I looked at it, I just thought these look like they'll fit, and they fit perfectly. Lastly is another Loft item. I really do love Loft, and this is a wrap dress. It has a snap right here, and then it actually goes through a hole, wraps around so you can tie it on the side. It just has such a nice flow, and I love the sleeves. So a really great purchase for summer. Time for books. I got this book on Shakespeare plays, and it's abridged so that you can read them in a simplified form. And I thought these would be great just to have on hand for me. For one thing, I feel like maybe reading this in a more common language will help me pick up more when I'm actually reading or watching Shakespeare. I also picked up a copy of The Hiding Place. If you have not read this book, please put it on your bucket list for reading. It's amazing. It is by Corrie ten Boom. She was a survivor of the Holocaust and one of my great heroes of the faith. I will list the book below on Amazon in case you are looking to buy a copy. I do see them at thrift stores, so you could probably do a little search and find a copy of your own, but it is so worth reading. There was a movie made by the same title, and it's very good, but don't miss the book. You know the book's always better than the movie. Now, at the antique store that I showed you, I only had one purchase, and it's this beautiful copy of Little Men. It's got an illustrated cover, hardback. It's a little beat up, and because of that, I got it for $10. And I was thrilled with that price in an antique store. Copyright 1928. And I'm really excited to add this to my collection. All right, lastly, dishes. Now, I picked up a couple of these oval ironstone platters. I thought these were just gorgeous, and actually I would love to eat my dinner on these. There's two, so Kevin and I could both eat off of these. They're so pretty. I don't have any others like this. Snow White Regency, Johnson Brothers, made in England, ironstone. That is the stamp on the back, and if I ever find more, then I can add to my collection. Right before I left on vacation, I popped into a local thrift store and I found a set of 6 cups and saucers, and this is the Pfaltzgraff that I have already started collecting. I have had some pieces, my casserole dish and 2 pitchers that I've had for years, over 10 years. And this was really a find. I could spot them from quite a ways away, and I was really concerned about the price because they can be pricey, but these were 50 cents each, so for $1 for each pair, and they were half off. So I got each set for 50 cents. I actually had these in mind when I started to thrift in Arizona, and I was keeping my eyes out very intentionally. One of the first stores that I went into had a set of 6 of the bowls. These were $3 each, which is absolutely a fair price. They would be much more on eBay. And so I picked up all 6. This was from the White Dove thrift shop in Phoenix, and they're a nonprofit that I believe does hospice care, so really going to a good cause. I picked up all 6 of those, and then later when I popped into a Savers. Now, I haven't seen a Savers in California. I should do some research and see if we have any here. But I'm familiar with them from thrifting in Idaho with my daughters. And so the Savers there had 2 bowls, and so I picked those up. 2 plates. I don't have any plates yet. Well, now I have 2 of them. And I also found this. I wasn't completely sure that it was Pfaltzgraff because sometimes on the smaller pieces, there's not a marking, but it has all the characteristics of this line. So I was about 95% sure. I thought it might be a sugar bowl, maybe missing the lid. Sure enough, that's what it is. This is what it looks like with its lid and the creamer. It's a very tall set. You can also see the salt and pepper shaker, which I'm definitely going to be on the hunt for. The Pfaltzgraff alone made this shopping trip so worth it, but I was really happy with everything from this haul. Do you have a favorite piece? Let me know in the comments below. If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would subscribe, hit that notification bell, and comment below and let me know that you're new here. Thanks so much for joining me today for my vacation thrift haul on the Peaceful Home. Have a great day.